Good evening and welcome to tonight's prime time main event here at the Battle at the Beach in Ocean City, New Jersey. We are live from Cary Stadium as we bring you Bergen Catholic and IMG Academy facing off here in tonight's nightcap. We're going to be getting set up for kickoff soon here. I'm Chris Baker. Thank you for joining us here on D2 Sports Network. I'll be taking you through tonight's ride. And tonight is one you do not want to miss. It is arguably the biggest game in the state for possibly the whole season between these two national powerhouses here. So the pregame ceremonies will come to an end, and we will get ready for kickoff between the IMG Academy Ascenders and the Bergen Catholic Crusaders. IMG led by South Jersey native Billy Miller out of Delran, New Jersey. And Bergen Catholic led by Vito Campanelli out of North Jersey. Campanelli's a strong family in North Jersey. His brothers are coaching all around the North Jersey football scene. As the Crusaders will receive the ball first, and IMG Academy will kick off to start this game. Joseph Collins set to send this one back here to Bergen Catholic. And a little bit of wind here as it's been windy all day down here in Ocean City on the bay side. We'll get a holder for this one. And we'll get set to kick this one off here just in a second. As the Ascenders will take formation and we'll get ready to get this one underway. Collins sends it back deep. Caught on a hop there. He's going to try and get to the left side. He's going to be eventually dragged down. That is number 5, Naeem Parrish, the Minnesota commit. And the Crusaders will set up shop now on their own 20-yard line. So here comes the Crusader offense for the first time tonight to start this game. We'll see what the Crusaders up north, led by Dominic Campanelli, the Holy Cross commit, will have in store to start this one off here tonight. Sort of a heavy formation here for Bergen Catholic. Going to have a motion. It's going to be Dante Kane on the handoff. He's going to get about maybe a yard, if that, as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give Kane a gain of about 2. So 2nd and 8 coming up now here for Bergen Catholic. Empty backfield now for Campanelli. Wing to his left. Motion over Campanelli. Going to toss it to his man in the backfield. He's going to be stopped for a loss. The Ascenders defense gets in the backfield. Number 6, Gavin Nix, the Miami commit there, first on the play. So that was number 10, Brian Porter, on the little shovel pass forward there for Bergen Catholic. As the Crusaders now, after a 2-yard gain the previous play, will now be set back for 3rd and long now. Coming up here. Motion across the field. Campanelli going to drop back, look to his left. Going to swing it out wide to his man. He's got number 0, Quincy Porter, the Ohio State commit, for a big gain, but short of the first down. So we'll see what Coach Campanelli does here, is if he's going to keep the offense out or he's going to put the punt unit on. And it looks like possibly put the punt unit on. No, he will keep the offense on the field. So Dominic Campanelli will send the play into his huddle here now as it is 4th and short. And some big fellas in there up front for Bergen Catholic. A little bit of wing T action here for the Crusaders. Sort of a hard count going on now. IMG won't budge on the hard count. So we'll try it again for a third time. Timeout called by Bergen Catholic. And the punt unit will come on. So the Crusaders will send this one away after IMG does not budge, forcing a delay of game. So no timeout there for Bergen Catholic. Delay of game sends them back 5 yards, and they will punt this one away after the Ascenders defense refuses to budge on the hard count. Number 15, Aiden Talley, here to punt this one away for Bergen Catholic. Talley gets a pretty good punt, about midfield. That's hauled in by the Mizzou commit, Donovan Olugbode. And the Ascenders will set up at their own 49, just short of midfield. Olugbode called for a fair catch, barely in the IMG territory. So now here comes the IMG offense for the first time tonight. SMU commit Ty Hawkins will spearhead the offense. And we'll see what the Ascenders will do now after a strong defensive showing on the first drive of the game. Motion across the field. Hawkins going to hand it off to his man, Tyson Park. Takes it for about a 4-yard gain. So official ruling is a 3-yard gain. So 2nd and 7 coming up now. After the short rush by Tyson Park, the junior. Hawkins has his man out to his left. Going to look left. He pumps, pulls it back down, then throws it. He's got his man downfield, Adonis Moyes. Moyes breaks a couple tackles, gets out of bounds. And Adonis Moyes, the future Kansas State Wildcat, making a couple men miss there. He lost his shoe on the play as well. Had to put that back on real quick. Some complications still there with this cleat, trying to put that back on. So a fresh set of downs now after the first down from Hawkins to Moyes. And the Ascenders are rolling. Big run there by Park. Tyson Park scurries up the right side. Big gain there for, see where they mark him. Looks like they're going to give him about a 9-yard gain short of the first down. So 2nd and 1 coming up now. And sort of a heavy package coming in here is number 87 checks in for IMG Academy. Park motions to his right side. Going to take the carry. He's going to make a couple of them miss in the backfield. He's going to get the first down with it. So Park almost stopped in the backfield, makes a man or two miss, put his foot in the ground, and got a couple extra yards for the first down. The Ascenders now in the red zone, possibly knocking on the goal line here, knocking on the door here to score, itching ever so closer to the end zone. Hawkins going to drop back, look to his left, look to his right, looks across the middle, pulls it down and runs it. He's going to be stopped short for a short gain. So 2nd and, we're going to give it 2nd and 8 now. After a gain of 2, Hawkins had no one downfield, so he pulled it down and just ran it. Smart decision there from the SMU commit. Spread out formation now for Hawkins. 2 receivers to his left and 2 to the right. Motion from Park out to the left side. Hawkins going to sling it over to Olugbode there, and he's going to be short of the first down, but a gain of about 6 or 7 sets up IMG Academy just short of the first down. No huddle here as they're going to go for maybe a possible tush push here. We're going to have a stoppage. It's going to be timeout IMG Academy as the Ascenders quickly rush to the line. Try and get a quarterback sneak there, but Billy Miller calls timeout before they run the play. So after the timeout now, we'll see what IMG Academy chooses to go with here on 3rd and short as they bring a wing in here. Hawkins going to fake it to Park. He's going to get up the left side. Hawkins going to make a couple men miss. Going to be short of the touchdown. They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line. His knee looks like it just hit before he reached over the goal line. And now some no-huddle offense here for IMG Academy. And here comes the possible brotherly shove on the quarterback sneak for Hawkins. He shoves and gets in. There's a flag on the play, so this might be an illegal formation or a possible illegal shift. So with that, we await the ruling. They're going to push him back a couple yards. So the ruling, indeed, was actually offsides on the defense. So we're going to run this one again. More big fellas up front here for IMG Academy here on the goal line. Hawkins going to hand it off to Park. Park's going to be dropped in the backfield for a loss of about a yard. Bergen Catholic defenders running away with the ball, but they're going to say Park was down. So a tackle for a loss there for Bergen Catholic stops Tyson Park short of the goal line. And here comes another attempt here in the red zone for IMG Academy. Hawkins with the men up front there. Park going to be dropped again short of the goal line. Bergen Catholic standing firm here in the goal line. Can the Crusaders come up with a goal line stand here after the Ascenders pretty much rolled to this part of the field? And one of the big fellows up front coming out for IMG Academy, so they might spread this one out. They might try something different here. It's going back to the well. It's not worked so far. Tyson Park dropped short of the goal line twice. So here we go again. Park on the motion out to the right. Hawkins going to fake it. He's going to get the middle, and he's going to be shoved in for the touchdown. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, IMG Academy. Ty Hawkins, the SMU commit, barely gets in, gets some help from his big fellows up front, and IMG Academy's on the board first. Collins on now to attempt the extra point to extend this lead as IMG Academy breaks the ice and gets on the board first via the legs of SMU commit quarterback Ty Hawkins, future ACC quarterback. Collins' extra point is up, and it is good. So right down broad for Joe Collins as IMG Academy now leads Bergen Catholic 7-0 here in the first quarter. A big drive there from the Ascenders as they needed that one after a couple goal line trips there were stopped short. But a little bit of read option and making the defense have to read their keys eventually pays off for IMG Academy with the motion out of the backfield and the quarterback draw up the middle from Ty Hawkins. And Collins, after the extra point, will send this one back to Bergen Catholic. I'll be joined momentarily by WJFCA President John Emmel and West Effort head coach here in the booth. So he'll be joining us in a few minutes. So be sure to stay tuned as we bring him in. As the ball falls off the tee again. Looks like we're going to have another holder possibly. It's been windy all day here. It's not I think it's probably every single game so far tonight, or today rather. The ball is blown off the tee. It has to have been holders or redos, and the ball falls off yet again. So here we go. We will have a holder. That is number 21, Sincere Gaylord. Gaylord will hold the ball here for Collins. And we'll get ready to send this one back deep here after the touchdown from Ty Hawkins. Collins' kick is back deep. It is going to be over out of the end zone. So a touchback as number 2, Anthony Perotti was back there for Bergen Catholic. But it was over his head out of the end zone. So the Crusaders will take over on their own 20-yard line after the touchback. As I said before, it's been windy. As you can see, the Bergen Catholic tent almost blowing away there on the far sideline. So now here comes the Bergen Catholic offense for the second time tonight. We'll try this one again. Campanelli going to drop back, look to his left. Got a man downfield. He's got it complete. I'm trying to find a number on that. Looks like number 0, Quincy Porter, on the catch and run there for Bergen Catholic. So no huddle offense coming up now for the Crusaders. They're going to try and push the envelope here. Calhoun gets his first touch tonight. The Donovan Catholic transfer. And Calhoun gets a couple yards there on his first game, or his first carry of the game in his new uniform. Calhoun, a rising junior, really broke out last year at Donovan Catholic and showing why this year he's a hot commodity in the transfer portal for Bergen Catholic. Calhoun again on the handoff on the left side. Going to try and get up, gets a first down and then some. Calhoun's a big run here off the far sideline. He's going to be tripped up and out of bounds. Major Preston, the Ole Miss commit, making the play there, possibly saving a possible touchdown there as Calhoun was breaking free down the far sideline. And Coach John Emmel is now in the booth with us. He'll be joining us in just a second as Calhoun takes another handoff yet again. And that is going to be for a gain of about 5. Najee Calhoun, a couple tough runs here early for Bergen Catholic. Calhoun up the middle is going to be breaking free. He's got a couple man to beat there, but he's going to get the first down.
You would think IMG is the deeper team. One of the ways you can kind of combat the deeper teams is by going up tempo. And, Bergen Catholic's giving them a heavy dose of that right now on the second drive of the game.
again, another run from Calhoun. And yet again, another first down. Nope, short. We have second and short now for the Crusaders.
The
Keeping
thing
an
that's
up-tempo
impressing me
offense.
about Calhoun is he's able to make contact and gain yards. And there you see again, he's falling forward 6, 7 yards a carry against IMG. And you see IMG, some of their players are on their back, and you don't see that very often when you watch them play.
Nah, definitely some fatigue here for IMG. Again, nope. That is Dante Kane on the handoff there for Bergen Catholic. Number 1, as Najee Calhoun will hit the oxygen mask and hopefully get a breather in.
I think you're seeing the kind of game plan that's best in this weather. And there you see an IMG guy down, maybe
Cramp
cramp,
here.
maybe the old turkey play, trying to get the IMG guys a break. It's kind of funny. This is Bergen Catholic's first game, opening weekend in New Jersey, first game of the season, and IMG played last week. Played a game in Arizona, and the famous thing every coach says is, you typically see the most improvement between the first game and the second game. So for IMG, it's the second game. For Bergen Catholic, it's the first game, and Bergen Catholic is going up tempo, putting the pedal to the metal and having some success on the ground here with their second drive of the game.
Yeah, and that was a close game as well. I think it was a 35-34 final, if I'm not mistaken, as the junior Cameron McGaney's there down with a cramp, it looks like. Hopefully nothing too serious.
For those of you at home, the wind is blowing hard here at the beach. We're at the Beach House, the famous Cary Stadium, Ocean City, Boardwalk and 6th Street. Battle of the Beach Football Classic, our 4th year. Okay, last year highlighted by IMG and St. Joe's Prep out of Philadelphia. St. Joe's Prep went on to finish 13-1, win the PA 6A state title. IMG went on to a undefeated season and a number 3 ranking in the country, according to Max Preps and some of the national syndications. And Bergen Catholic, the 3-time number 1 team in New Jersey, stepping up to the plate to play IMG in this event, represent New Jersey, obviously bring the fans what they want, top-level high school football in New Jersey.
Yeah, I mean, you're in.
All right, we got 149 left in the first quarter. It's 7-0 IMG, but Bergen Catholic is driving. And there you go. You go up tempo, and then after about 6, 7 run plays, you give them the hard count, and IMG jumps offside. And now Bergen Catholic is in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 14.
Crusaders are just rolling on this drive as there's Calhoun again. Gets a block, gets up again, and yet again, more and more yards after contact for Najee Calhoun, the junior.
Now, any of the Bergen Catholic fans tuning in, that is Bergen Catholic's bread and butter. The pin and pull, the buck sweep out of the gun, both guards pulling, Calhoun getting the ball to the edge, getting his foot in the ground, and 5.5, 6 yards on first down. If Bergen Catholic can do this for the most of the night, they're going to score a lot of points tonight.
It's funny because they send a lot of skill guys to Power 5 schools as Calhoun gets up the middle there, but finally stopped short at the line of scrimmage there by number 13. That is the junior AJ Marks.
We got another injury timeout for IMG. Looked like IMG had, Bergen Catholic had a little bit of a hole there. You got the tight end wing formation to the right, looked like we call them old red twins. And the wing and the guard pulled. It was the inside counter play. And Calhoun looked like he had a hole there, but it closed up so quick. And IMG guy down, not sure who it is, as we got 57 seconds left in the first quarter. And as we flip the field position, Bergen Catholic is going to have the win in the second quarter. So far in this game, I think Bergen Catholic's thrown 2 passes, and IMG has thrown 2 passes. And it's been primarily a game on the ground. And, with 57 seconds left in the first quarter, this first quarter has flown by.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, especially with both teams just kind of pounding the rock as Bergen Catholic, giving Calhoun abundance of rushing attempts there. So, off the topic of just this game today so far, pretty much every single game today is finished within about a possession or two. So a lot of these games have come down to about the final possession. Obviously, the first game today, you guys came up a little bit short. Second game, Mainland and Atlantic City, 30-18 final, and then the game before this was about I think a 2 or 3 possession final there in the end.
Well, this event today has been pretty competitive. Um, last year we had a lot of blowouts. The IMG St. Joe's games, whatever we talked about, 17-14 IMG. But the rest of the games were not super competitive. Today, we've had tight games. Our game went to the fourth quarter. Uh, Mainland, Atlantic City, very close game, 21-18, late in the fourth quarter. And now we got another one that's brewing to be a tight one.
Campanelli drops back. Gonna have to run away here. Scrambles away. Breaks one tackle. Gets eventually sacked by number 33. That is the Oklahoma State commit, senior Alex McPherson there. Eventually bringing down Campanelli. And that will be I got a timeout here from IMG with 33 seconds left in the first quarter.
So here you see a little strategy by IMG. I know Coach Camp's not happy with his son. They're, 3rd and 3. He's thinking 4-down territory, maybe. Okay? Anything but taking the sack. But now you bring in the question, is Bergen Catholic still in field goal range? IMG burning the timeout, so Bergen Catholic has to kick into this strong, swirling wind that's coming off the ocean. And for as good a drive as this was, Bergen Catholic has to come away with some points.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, you don't want to come empty-handed here, whether it's, maybe you fake a field goal, maybe you kick the field goal. But regardless, you still want to come up with some points on the scoreboard here, as we're going to get a 35-yard field goal attempt here now from Bergen Catholic's kicker. If I can get a number on that.
I think we got a false start by Bergen
yeah,
Catholic.
Looked
like the left wing moved early, and this is going to back it up 5 more yards. Plenty of leg. Now they're saying offside. Okay.
Maybe, okay. So if that's an offside, so that'll make it a 30-yard attempt.
On these field goal plays, it's so hard. Now I think Coach Camp, first decision of the game, thinking about putting the offense back on the field for what would be about a 4th and 9.
Looks like he will do such about, like you said, about a 4th and 9. And I think that might possibly could pay off here. Regardless if you get it or not, you pin them back deep in their own zone. If you get it, you're set up inside the 5-yard line, or you might even get a touchdown here possibly as well.
Bergen Catholic, real aggressive move. I like it. I like it because they're going to need more than 3 points to score.
Coming
down here in the red zone, they need a touchdown.
Bunch formation as Campanelli drops back. Going to sling it to his man on the right side.
I don't know if he got there. That's a shallow cross concept. Looks like he's down at about the 9.
Pass is complete, but short of the first down. So IMG will take over with 24 seconds left in the first quarter as they lead 7-0. So we get an official ruling on the spot.
I don't mind going for it because obviously, like I said, if you're playing a team like IMG, it's going to take more than field goals to win. Bergen Catholic with a great drive there. It's tough to come away with nothing, but, long game to go. And now, as the quarter flips, IMG is going to be into the wind, and we'll see how that changes their game plan.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Obviously, they already showed that they can kind of pound the ball there with Park and Hawkins. Some great options, some RPO, some quarterback draw RPOs there. As Park takes the snap, going to come up and find the hole, but it's going to be stopped after about a 4-yard gain for the Ascenders.
Early in this game, IMG has taken their big tight ends, lined them up in the slot, motioned them across the formation, and have had them lead the play on a kick out or a crack on a ram block on the nose. And, you can see what IMG is trying to do. They're trying to run behind that big offensive line, and the first quarter has just ended. It's IMG 7, Bergen Catholic nothing, and we got a pretty good battle here. I think we're going to go to commercial break. We're ready to roll here, and we'll be back after a few minutes.
We are back in the start of the second quarter here. Hawkins drops back, going to step up, and he might as well run it. Nope, he's got his man Moyes over the middle. The K-State commit, the Wildcat Adonis Moyes, gets the pitch and catch for the first down.
You can see the theme of the day is going to be, can the Bergen Catholic pass rush get home versus that big offensive line? And if they can't, Hawkins just has the wheels to buy time. Had the option there to run. He still finds a guy downfield for a pretty big gain. And all of a sudden now IMG with a couple plays is out past the 30-yard line already.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've just kind of showed that they can impose their will on any side with any kind of offensive scheme, whether it's ground and pound, going through the air. So they're looking to capitalize on their current 7-0 lead as Hawkins is going to keep it on the read there. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication from Park and Hawkins.
I just think Bergen Catholic was in a really good defensive front. Went with the 7-man front, old school 3-4-5-2, however you want to call it. Rolled the safety down to the trips formation, playing man-to-man on the outside, and I think they're daring IMG to try to throw the ball into this wind.
Yeah, we got about 11 minutes and counting now in the second quarter as IMG leads 7-0. About 2nd and 13 now for the Ascenders.
2-by-2 formation for IMG. We haven't seen this a lot.
Hawkins drops back, looks to his right, got his man Olugbode, and short of the first down, but a good gain from where they were set up. Bring up 3rd and short now.
Yeah, taking the short out pattern into the sideline, brings up a 3rd and 5. This is a big stop for Bergen Catholic. They want to get off the field here, get the ball back with some decent field position. Another first down, and IMG's up by midfield.
Yeah, last week, Olugbode barely got that much attention. He had just one catch for 31 yards. It was a 31-yard touchdown catch, and that was it for him. Today, it seems like Coach Miller and his offensive guys there have kind of gotten him more involved today.
IMG tight formation, probably getting crossers here.
Hawkins going to swing it to his man in the backfield. Park had a wide open lane in front of him, but he could not haul it in. Yeah, that'll set up 4th down.
No surprise there. IMG lines up with tight receivers, mesh concept. You get the mesh rail by the running back, and quarterback makes a good decision. They just weren't able to complete it. Would have been a pretty good pickup for IMG, but now they're punting, and Bergen Catholic's got a chance to get back in this game.
IMG's going to punt the ball away now for the first time today. Pretty good punt.
There's
over to the left side.
Whew.
Decent punt into the wind.
Decent punt.
And Bergen Catholic's going to take over on the IMG 45 with 10 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter.
9-yard punt into the wind. And that was huge for Bergen Catholic because even though they came up empty-handed on the first drive in the red zone, here they are starting on the 46. And I would bet drives that start on the 46 for Bergen Catholic, they typically end in touchdowns.
Yeah, obviously now they're going with the wind. So that might open up the playbook now for Coach Vito Campanelli. And maybe we see some more medium to deep concepts now for Dominic Campanelli, the southpaw. And going to go right back to the bread and butter Calhoun as he gets more yards after contact. Sets up 2nd and short now for Bergen Catholic. He has just been a bulldozer today for the Crusaders.
Yeah, 7-yard run on first down for Bergen Catholic. How often do you see that against IMG? But, Bergen Catholic running behind the tight end wing combination, that outside zone sweep play.
Campanelli with the fake, going to get over the middle. It is intercepted by IMG! The Ascenders come out with the takeaway. That is Zach Fort, the junior, the 4-star commit. Zechariah Fort with the interception, the first turnover today for the IMG Academy Ascenders.
Yeah, Campanelli with a couple mistakes early. Down there 3rd and 3, takes the sack for 11 yards, kind of knocks him out of field goal range. Then he throws a 5-yard pass on 4th and 10. And then on that play, 2nd and 3, great play action situation, and overthrows the RPO. Looked like a miscommunication. Guy ran it out. He kind of was throwing the ball up the
You could
seam.
see Campanelli was looking to try and lead him a little bit more.
Yes,
yeah.
He cut out. Safety makes the easy interception.
The 4-star junior Fort grabs it as Park going to look to try and find a hole, but he goes nowhere.
You know, Bergen Catholic's run defense has been probably more impressive early than IMG's run defense.
There's a little bit more edge to them, it seems like, today. You know, they understand the fact that, hey, like, this is IMG Academy. Everyone says, oh, it's just a different level down there in Florida. Oh, it's IMG Academy. Oh, it's this, it's that. You know, they're out to prove. It seems like, you know, everyone in New Jersey, when they get under the bright lights, there's just a chip on their shoulder because it does mean more to try and prove yourself coming from New Jersey.
I think everybody roots for the underdog. Bergen Catholic is rarely the underdog, but they play in a tough league, man. We got great football here in New Jersey.
Hawkins fires it over to the left. Oh, look, Bode is going to get the first down and then some. Going to set the Ascenders up near midfield as the Mizzou commit Oleg Bode has been active today for IMG. And, Coach, going back to the interception there, I'm pretty sure of all the games today, I think that's just the second turnover or second takeaway for any team today that we've seen since the Atlantic City interception against Mainland earlier, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, it's been pretty clean offensive football today, to be honest.
Also, there was a fumble from Ocean City earlier. Hawkins gets his man over to the right. Oleg Bode again tries to make a move, gets right back to the 50-yard line. IMG sets themselves up right at midfield.
The last three catches, passes have all gone to number one. So into the win here, IMG quarterback really impressive, throwing a tight ball. That last catch on that skinny slant, number one was all hands. And I tell you what, in a game like this where IMG is going to get the ball to start second half, we got about 7 minutes and change left in the half, and IMG's driving, trying to take a two-possession lead.
Tell you what, Coach Drink over at Mizzou has to be elated to have him coming in. Little swing pass out to Park there, going to get the first down and then some. Eventually brought down by Bergen Catholic's number 21.
Tried that on 3rd and 5 on the previous possession, a little rail concept. That time, 27, and Hawkins able to hook up, and the chains are moving. And now it looks like IMG is picking up the tempo a little bit. And Bergen Catholic's got hands on hips and, you know, reeling after 3 straight first downs.
Yeah, kind of getting a taste of their own medicine. Obviously, the up-tempo offense, it's shown to be, obviously, something that's definitely become more viable for each offense there. As that was Bergen Catholic's Jordan Thomas on the tackle. You get a little orbit motion now from the Ascenders. Hawkins going to look up, going to find his man Moyes up ahead, but we do have Laundry on the field, so we will check in on this penalty. And it's holding against IMG. So scratch that and back it up some. We'll try it again.
And Scott Campbell, head official today, he's done a tremendous job at a state final a couple years ago. I feel like our South Jersey chapter, the Ed Meyer chapter out of Camden, is as good as any chapter of officials in the country. Our guys do a tremendous job. They put an all-star crew out here tonight. So you got a mix of guys. You got Ron Roberts in the secondaries, you know, had an FCS final. So you got some big-time high school and college officials on the field. And they're going to call a clean game. They're not going to call much. Something obvious there. Probably why IMG quarterback's got such a clean pocket.
That was Adonis Moyes with the pitch and catch there. Recipient, Hawkins. Looks over, rolls to his left, got a man on his right side.
That might be grounded.
And
that was behind the line, and I don't see anybody. I'm hoping
the officials will
flag.
check in. And the head official.
I shouldn't say that, I guess. I'm not trying to cheer. I just.
Oh, good, Coach. We get it.
Defensive football. And
you're the fan of the referee.
Bergen Catholic got home there, and I didn't see a receiver in the area. And he was definitely in the pocket.
Yeah, because Park ran out to his left, and we will have a flag.
I mean, the rule is you got to be outside the pocket, and the ball's got to get past the line of scrimmage. It clearly did not get past the line of scrimmage, and there was nobody in the area. So, great pressure there by the Bergen Catholic defense. One guy got home off the edge, and you know, Bergen Catholic is showing what they're doing. They're playing man-to-man. You see a lot of pre-snap motion by IMG. And, you know, the Bergen Catholic pass rush got home. And for the first time today, you're seeing a team in a long situation for the most part. IMG's going to have 2nd and 25, you know. And all of a sudden, you know, instead of maybe trying to get points before the half, Bergen Catholic's trying to get the ball back with good field position.
We have 2nd and forever now for IMG. Park on the motion on the backfield. Again, going to go deep again to Oleg Bode. Overthrown. Looking for a flag, but to no avail.
Nah, there was contact there, but it's not callable. The ball was overthrown by 10 yards. You know, referees let both guys compete pretty hard on a fade ball. The ball was a couple yards out of bounds, and no call there. Good defense by Bergen Catholic. That's a great example. You know, IMG's done a great job with the low inside passes, taking a shot there. You see how much a factor the wind is. You know, he's 10 yards away from the receiver, and he's been pretty accurate all half. So 3rd and 30. I wonder if you see some type of screen.
We are going to get
some
a
type
4
of tunnel
wide
screen or
here.
inside screen by IMG here, trying to catch the Crusaders off guard.
Another orbit motion there. Hawkins going to pump, going to get sacked in the backfield by Bergen Catholic. Looks like number 96 for the Crusaders was first. That is Christopher Edwards, the junior.
It's funny how misleading some things can be. We're talking about hands on the hips. Bergen Catholic maybe backs against the wall. They get home 3 straight times. First down draws the hold. Then you get the borderline sack, which draws a grounding. Fade out of bounds, and now on 3rd and a mile, you know, Bergen Catholic gets home again with great pressure. And now they're going to take a timeout. They have the wind. 6 minutes left, and they're going to try to get some points on the board before the half.
We're going to have a quick little intermission here as we await the end of this timeout as IMG leads 7-0 with 6 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the first half.
What do you think of the half so far, Chris?
I think it's been a really impressive showing from Bergen Catholic. I think a lot of people expected possibly for them to compete, but not compete at this level. I think a lot of people expected maybe like a 21-14 or a 35-21, possibly at this at this moment in the half. But right now, it's been a defensive battle.
I mean, Bergen Catholic's jersey tough. You know, Billy Miller, coach of IMG's jersey tough too. Bergen Catholic coming after the punt there. Great punt by IMG into the wind. Coach is probably going to be disappointed that there wasn't a fair catch because as it takes an IMG roll, gets 10 extra yards, and Bergen Catholic's going to be inside their own 20 to start this drive.
Now, as you saw there on the return unit, as a coach on the sideline, you're yelling poison. That was very close to possibly hitting a Bergen Catholic player. I'm not sure if you caught that, but it was very close to maybe, nicking the cleat or something like that.
Yeah, great punt by IMG. I was a little surprised the Bergen Catholic returner wasn't a little closer up, especially after the shank punt. Had a 9-yard punt on the last possession, and, into the wind, you figure IMG, Bergen Catholic's expecting a short punt. And he gives that tight end wing set, man, outside zone coming this way. And there it is.
Dante Kane there makes a man hit the ground. He bounces off him for a couple extra yards there. Set up 2nd and medium now
that's
for Bergen
bread and butter
Catholic.
for Bergen Catholic. I've seen him a couple times, obviously, over the years. And seen him in different clinics. Tight end wing, outside zone, pin and pull, 2 guys pulling. It's coming again. It's coming again.
As a football fan, or someone that probably likes football a lot more than the average fan, there's nothing more aesthetically pleasing than seeing a sweep or a counter and seeing the guard come through, getting the block, and the running back following him clean, finding a seam, heading to the house.
Well, offensive line play has changed so much recently. You go up to Rutgers or an FBS practice in the area, and you see offensive linemen that look like tight ends. They're just tremendous athletes. There they go, going with it again. Tight end wing, ends over. And they're
Calhoun
going to it 3 straight times. And
Calhoun finds a hole. Calhoun gets up to the right sideline. Calhoun is gone for a little bit with a huge gain for Bergen Catholic. Najee Calhoun showing why he may be the best running back in all of New Jersey.
Yeah, they went with a different back on 1st and 2nd down. Brought Calhoun in on 3rd and 4. Not necessarily an obvious run situation. He just explodes like a rocket. I'll give credit to the Bergen Catholic wideouts. They're out there blocking, man. Saw D-cleat on the perimeter on that long run.
More up-tempo offense. Going to hand off to Calhoun again. And more yards for Najee Calhoun, who may at this point may have possibly eclipsed over 100 yards.
I don't know if he's got 100, but I tell you what, the Bergen Catholic offensive line is opening up some holes. And you're seeing a lot of runs, 5, 6, 7 yards against an IMG defense. It's one of the best in the country every year.
Calhoun again. Going to get maybe about a yard or two there.
A couple different concepts there. Look like a power concept. You know, been going off the edge, outside, and there you see something up inside. Maybe trying to soften up that IMG defense. And here we go, 3rd and 4. 4 minutes left in a half. Long 4. They just moved the down marker. And it's probably maybe 4-down territory for Bergen Catholic.
I'd imagine the playbook would be very wide open here, whatever formation or type of concept you want to run there. Kane grabs the handoff and is going to be stopped about after a yard or two after the line of scrimmage. Now it'll bring up 4th and about short for
I don't think
Bergen.
there's any doubt Bergen Catholic's going for it. They went for it 4th and 9 from the 15, and they're going to go for it here, 4th and 4 inside the 40, especially with this much time left in the half. We're down to about 3 minutes, and IMG getting the ball in the second half. It's a huge opportunity for Bergen Catholic to get some more points.
Yeah, definitely. As we're going to see here what they come out in. Going to come out in their set they've been coming out with all night. As we got a little bit of a stack to the right side there. Campanelli's going to drop back. Going to get pressure in his face. Going to be overthrown and incomplete.
Maybe roughing the passer there. He had a lot of heat on him. He was able to get it away. You know, these passing windows are so small when you play a team like IMG. I remember last year that the number 1 corner in the country went to Georgia, and you're talking about some of the best high school quarterbacks this IMG defense goes against, and there is nobody open, man. It takes such a tight throw.
Yeah, Naz, you saw Bergen Catholic Campanelli looking for Ohio State commit Quincy Porter on that play.
So now the question is, does IMG go hurry up and try to get some points? Maybe, I don't want to say put the game away at this caliber, but to go up 2 scores to get the ball in the second half would be a huge advantage for IMG.
Low snap there for Hawkins. Going to find his man in the backfield. A new man this time that is not Tyson Park. It is looks like number 16. Eric McFarland, the freshman.
Yeah, I think IMG's done a good job getting the ball to the back out of the backfield. As we're under 3 minutes today, man, we have our Battle of the Beach Football Classic showcase game. We're calling it our Hall of Fame game. We're going to induct 5 members of the South Jersey football community into the Hall of Fame during halftime. And I'm a tremendous honor for these guys. Their families are here, and that's what it's all about, man. 2 great high school football programs, recognizing people that dedicated their life to high school football. And I'm very happy with how the showcase is going so far today, aside from losing this morning. But we're not going to talk about that.
New team, new everything, getting a little acclimated there, so obviously nothing to hang your head about there. As Park inches IMG closer. Coach, tell us more, if you can, about, today's halftime ceremony with the Hall of Fame. I know you're inducting Coach Rigatano and some other people as well.
So the old standard was always, once a coach got 100 wins, he went into the Hall of Fame. Obviously post-COVID, we haven't done a ceremony in a while. We got 3rd and 1 here, though, man. IMG with the double tight set, 4 backs in the backfield. Somebody's got to step on. I think he might be short. It's going to be really close.
And they're going to
got the line to
give it to him. We want to apologize earlier for any audio issues, any video issues, any other technical issues as well. We were in a bit of a crunch there with the first crew setting up, or breaking down their setup and getting our setup in there as well. A couple things ran into the wall there, but we do want to apologize, and we also want to thank you for tuning in tonight's game as we were bringing you IMG Academy versus Bergen Catholic, as IMG currently leads 7-0 with 1:40 left here in the first half.
IMG got the ball just on their side of the 50 into heavy winds, 25, 30 mile an hour winds. Been hard to throw the ball. I wonder what they're going to do here on first down.
Hawkins going to drop back, and what was left. Going to have to get it out and away. There was a receiver in the area, and it did get past the line of scrimmage. So, no intentional grounding that time, as Hawkins smartly gets rid of it.
One of the things that has impressed me about Bergen Catholic is the D-line has definitely increased the pressure as the half's going on. IMG, deep physical team playing their second game this year. Bergen Catholic first game. You would think IMG has a little bit of an advantage when it comes to depth and conditioning, but You know, Bergen Catholic has really played well on the line.
Yeah, they've they've given Hawkins probably a lot more pressure than he probably hasn't seen in a while. Obviously,
2x2 set with IMG tight end in the wing position.
Hawkins going to
Slant
look to
again.
his right side. Oh, look, Bode could not come up with that one there.
Real close play. 5 to safety. Broke on the ball for Bergen Catholic. Almost a tremendous catch by IMG. Another really good throw by the IMG quarterback, Hawkins.
That is
He's played very well in the first half.
Future Minnesota Golden Gopher, Naeem Parrish, with the breakup there for Bergen Catholic.
Like I said, Bergen Catholic prides itself on its physicality in 5 with a really physical play. Challenger number 1, who's had a great half for IMG.
Hawkins now going to drop back again. Now looks like he may run it, and he's going to barely get a yard, if that, as he is knocked down right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, Bergen Catholic defense has been very physical in the first half. And I'm questioning who's going to take a timeout.
Looks like it will be Bergen Catholic.
One of those situations where, you know, you want to make this team punt it. They shanked a punt 8 yards earlier in the half. You want them to execute a punt. God forbid, you know, some special teams miscue when the ball snapped over to IMG punter's head.
Saw it earlier today, yeah.
And then and we seen it earlier today. And Bergen Catholic, you know, they wouldn't have enough time to take advantage. So you take the timeout, even though they probably wouldn't be able to drive the length of the field should, you know, IMG execute this punt. But you want to put pressure on them. Plus, Bergen Catholic, they sent the guys last time. They sent 7, 8 guys, and they brought the heat. And we saw last year with St. Joe's Prep. They executed a block punt. When you're playing a team like IMG, you got to try to score any way possible.
As this punt will be off with about a minute left in the second quarter, as the punt's dropped there.
And right on
he's going to run for it.
There it is. The special teams miscue.
The drop punt by IMG. They did get about a yard or two, so that it will set up Bergen Catholic at their own 49 with 52 seconds left here in the first half. We'll see what Coach Vito Campanelli has up his sleeve here on this drive.
Bergen Catholic's got the wind at their back. I know they haven't thrown the ball well, but now it's time to put it in the air. You still got to be careful when you got that IMG D line pinning their ears back in an obvious passing situation. But Bergen Catholic with the ball at midfield, another chance to drive it into IMG territory and maybe get a score.
Campanelli going to drop back. Got pressure.
He's got a good pocket.
Being chased down. He's going to end up getting some yards and just about short of the first down. He was getting chased down there by big number 88, 4-star junior Jake Cruel for IMG.
IMG fans here in the homestands wanting to hold call. Refs have called a pretty clean half. They're not going to call much. But after that last series where an IMG drive was derailed in part because of a hold, you know, they're wanting the same treatment on the other side.
Yeah, obviously, 2-minute drill now coming up. Actually, 1-minute drill for Bergen Catholic. Campanelli going to get the draw here to Kane. Going to get the first down about a yard after. So a new set of downs as the clock will stop until the ball is set with under 2 minutes left in each half. So we got 32 seconds left
here.
now.
30 seconds left in the half. Bergen Catholic does have 2 timeouts.
Kind of think Coach Campanelli, after this play, might have to burn one. Campanelli's going to go deep down the sideline to Porter. Porter cannot come up with it.
A lot of contact, but ball's overthrown. They're not going to call that.
As almost a Superman effort there from Quincy Porter turned around.
One of those 50-50 balls. Bergen Catholic quarterback giving Porter a shot to make a play. With 17 seconds.
No timeout needed now for Coach Campanelli. The incomplete pass there, that'll stop the clock.
2x2, 10 personnel, 1 back, no tights for Bergen Catholic.
Campanelli going to drop back here.
Bringing the heat from IMG.
Campanelli going to roll to his right, going to get rid of it. So yet again, more time saved there for Bergen Catholic as they are running ever so thin on time here in the first half.
Brought the pressure from inside linebacker. Campanelli smartly got out of the pocket, threw it away. We got 11 seconds left, 3rd and 10. This is one of those plays where I don't know the range on the Bergen Catholic kicker, but maybe you try to get 5-7 yards.
Obviously, we got 11 seconds left, and we're going to see what Coach Campanelli is going to get here.
Ball in the 39, plenty of wind at their back. You probably can hit a 45-yarder. Have a good shot. So you want to get maybe 7-8 yards, even if you don't get the first. Give yourself a shot at maybe a long field goal.
Campanelli going to drop back, going to have pressure in his face. Going to throw deep to the right side, incomplete. I'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, was it Quincy Porter?
Looks like Quincy Porter yet again.
Quincy Porter on the double move, went about 8 yards, stopped, tried to hit him with a double move before the half. Had the vertical concept on the inside, trying to clear it out, and IMG wasn't having it, man. Those D-backs for IMG are like glue. You touch them, and you're not getting away.
And we're going to have a field goal attempt here.
And I stand corrected. I thought the range was probably 45. It looks like you're going to see a 56-yard attempt. This might be some type of, definitely a battle of the beach record.
We're going to get a timeout now from IMG.
30-mile-an-hour wind at his back, plenty of leg. We saw the IMG All-American kicker kick it 5 yards past the end line with a 75-yard kickoff. So, I mean, 56-yarder, that would be probably the record in South Jersey. Bergen Catholic's not in South Jersey, so we're not going to count it. But I don't have my Mark Narducci Trend magazine with every South Jersey record. I'm going to hand this my phone over to Mark Tribble, let him talk to. We got Hall of Fame coach Clyde Folsom, who's ready to do his halftime presentation. I got his rings here. I'm going to run down on the field, present them. I thank you, Chris. I thank the D2 Network for bringing us this game today. Tremendous event. Bergen Catholic IMG showing up here and playing. And we appreciate everybody that's contributed to it. 56-yarder, here we go.
Kick is up.
Up.
And
it's long enough.
it is
Off
no good.
Crossbar.
Doinked off the crossbar.
We got a double doink or a single doink to end the half. Thanks a lot, Chris. Thanks, Rod. Okay, it's 7-0 IMG at halftime, and I'm heading down on the field for a Hall of Fame presentation.
Thank you very much, Coach Emmel. It is so great to have us here, and thank you for joining us today. Thank you very much, and we look forward to the halftime presentation. We're going to take a quick break here as we head to halftime as IMG Academy leads Bergen Catholic 7-0. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere as we'll be right back after the intermission. I'm Chris Baker. This is IMG Academy and Bergen Catholic on D2 Sports Network.
Pat is accompanied by his wife Karen, daughter Grace, and son Sean. Congratulations to Pat Gallagher on his induction into the West Jersey Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Our next honoree for distinct service and contributions to amateur athletics is Rich Sharpnack Jr., a Pittman High School graduate. Rich was a three-sport athlete who would go on to become a physician's assistant for a host of Philadelphia sports teams, including the Eagles, as well as 42 high schools in the Philadelphia and South Jersey areas. Rich was the longtime president of the Touchdown Club of Southern New Jersey, serving in that role from 2006 to 2022. During his tenure as president, the club grew from 16 schools to more than 90, and it was able to honor student athletes for their accomplishments on and off the field. Rich is accompanied by his wife Stacy, his parents Rich Sr. and Martha, his brother Robert, his sister Stacy Kerwin, and brother-in-law Brian, and his aunt Cheryl Sharpnack. Congratulations to Rich Sharpnack for his induction into the Hall of Fame. Head coach inductee, Frank Rigitano, Middle Township High School. The head coach of Middle Township for 22 seasons, Frank stepped down following the 2023 year. The winningest coach in program history, he had 2 stints at the school and posted a 111 and 110 career record. He directed the Panthers to their first ever state tournament appearance in 1994, one of 7 during his tenure. During his 36-year career, Rigitano also served as the school's athletic director for 12 years and 6 more as principal. He's a Lower Cape May High School graduate. Frank is accompanied by his wife Jeanette, son Matthew, daughter Juliana, mother-in-law Catherine Geloretto, and his sister Amy Emmons and her husband Ken. Congratulations to Frank on his induction into the West Jersey Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. Now our media inductee, Phil Anastasia. Currently an adjunct professor in the journalism department at Rowan University, Phil Anastasia spent 41 years as a journalist in the South Jersey and Philadelphia region before retiring in 2021. He was a beat reporter for the Philadelphia Eagles, college reporter, columnist, and sports editor at the Courier Post from 1980 to 2008. He spent the remaining years of his career as a columnist and high school reporter at the Philadelphia Inquirer. Anastasia won more than 50 sports writing awards, including 8 first-place honors from the New Jersey Press Association. A Gloucester Catholic high school graduate, Anastasia spent time in the professional arena, but his true love and passion was covering high school sports. Phil is accompanied by his wife Francine, as well as his daughters and sons-in-law, Maria Bruno and husband John, Janine Kelly and husband Kevin, Dana Calloway and husband RJ. Congratulations to Phil Anastasia on his induction into the West Jersey Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. And now our final inductee of the 2024 Hall of Fame class, head coach inductee Bill Fisher from Triton and Seneca. A head coach for 23 seasons after serving as an assistant at Deptford, Southern, Triton, and Delsey, Bill spent 2 years as the head coach at Triton before leaving to become the first coach in Seneca history. He stepped down following the 2023 season, posting a 121 and 117 overall career record. In 21 seasons at Seneca, Fisher went 98 and 110. The Golden Eagles made 10 state postseason appearances and won 5 division championships. They reached the South Jersey Group 3 final in 2022 and 2023, finishing 10 and 2 overall in each season. Fisher is a Deptford High School graduate. Bill is accompanied tonight by his wife Sherry, his 4 children, Taylor, Dylan, Riley, and Kyle, his mom and dad, Bill and Dee, his sister Kelly, and many other friends and family members. Congratulations to Bill Fisher on his induction into the West Jersey Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame. That concludes the 2024 class of the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to all of our honorees. Thank you for all of your service to South Jersey High School football, and hope everyone have the good rest of your night.
Good job.
Now, if it goes dead for me, I don't care. We couldn't afford to go dead for him.
Thank you.
Good job.
Seriously, nice
Mark,
job.
nice to meet you.
John Bruno, how are you?
Nice to meet you, John. Thanks, man.
He was all right. Don't get
You
me.
work for, you've been doing this for, you come here for your class.
Yeah, yeah. What else do you do other than that? You know, Dave O'Sullivan. Yeah, so I write on his website.
I'm the
We do.
boys basketball coach here.
Oh, okay.
35 years.
Great.
All the like Phil on his stage, I've met him.
Yeah.
Met him in Frank Fusicelli from
Yeah,
Middle.
and we do a weekly podcast for football. And yeah, I just and then
Is that all South Jersey?
yeah, all South Jersey. Yeah. So the show goes live Wednesday nights at 7.
From
And
where?
Tim McInerney.
Yeah, I know Timmy.
You know Timmy? Yeah. We do it live and we put it on Sully's Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
So we put it out
I
there.
check that all the time.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
tune in. We start next Wednesday.
for Dave too?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm not covering these for Dave. There's too many games, but yeah, I do a weekly gamer or column or whatever. And I worked at the Courier before. I left the Courier and worked for IBM's.
They were out of town. They were
Yeah, yeah, I know how that goes too. But I work in health insurance full time now, so I do this
That's good. I
as a
mean,
side
you do
gig.
things for kids.
Yeah, man.
You know Tom Williams at all?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, he's our operator.
Of course. Yeah, he's the best. There's a reason the press box is like that.
You got that
When
right.
you get to that level,
Right.
when you get to that level, you're pretty darn good.
You got that right.
It's funny. The Williamstown guy who got honored as assistant for assistant coach. He coached as a head coach for 2 years. His last game as a head coach was the game here. I was here when it ended in halftime.
The one
The
that's
COVID
not.
game. Yeah. Yeah. And that was his last game. Yeah. Remember that? I think you came over the announcement, right? And you said the game's over. And I'm like, the game's over? I'll never forget that.
That whole year was just
What was that, John?
COVID year. That's the only game I ever covered that didn't end.
That might have been one of the last events.
Yeah.
Because basketball, we didn't have a season.
It was.
We didn't have a season.
Yeah.
Wow, we didn't have a season.
We had some wrestling matches.
Here, I got
Yeah.
Here's my. That's a sticker, but it's also kind of a business card. That's where you sign it.
Thank you.
All right.
He's like another plane of existence.
Will do. Will do.
He's a good man.
Good to meet you, John.
Good job
Thank you for
tonight.
your help tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thank you, man.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
You got it. I just saw Mike Allegretto.
Did you really?
I just have a feeling this is going to go down. I was telling them, I said, these batteries are sitting up here and you don't know whether they're dead or alive. So if they're dead, throw them out.
That would have been, what's his name? Bart.
Tommy, just,
Tommy.
I remember I told Mike when I was doing the games during the season, I told Mike, leave
Batteries up here.
batteries up. Hey, any chance? I don't know whether these AA batteries I have are dead or not. But the last one went dead, and I only have one mic. Is there any batteries around? AA batteries. Forgot I have Devin Sealer's number.
You want me to call, who'd you call?
Devin, one of the city.
That's what I was just going to call. What's Devin's number? I got Mike's number.
Devin Ciolin.
Yeah.
609 412 8329.
8329.
29.
I got Mike's number, and I had Devin do it.
Yeah, I figured I saw it. I had to see Devin first. Now, where's this being broadcast? Where's this being broadcast? Not sure. You guys, I missed some of the I'm doing sportcast. Upstairs, yeah.
I sat down here, totally forgot to ask those guys about the drones, but
About the what?
the drones, they didn't talk about it. So. Had our pregame meeting about this. Just like, don't go looking for stuff. Kids have their knees exposed, and you're supposed to have these covered with pads, all of those. Like, just,
Oh, I know.
man, these guys, they go from state to state, and we're inconsistent amongst our own chapter with that stuff, and so nobody wants to see the referees.
No.
So, it'll be a fine line. Check your backs.
I'm gonna work on this. I'm gonna see if I can get this up. Yesterday it was working. It's down here.
We are back here with the second half of action between IMG Academy and Bergen Catholic. As IMG Academy is going to get a return here up the right sideline. That was like number 16. That is the freshman Eric McFarland, the speedy freshman there with the big return for IMG Academy. They'll be set up now on their own 35. Sorry, nope. They'll be set up now on their own 35. Yeah, okay, so I am right. Their own 35 now with 11:50 left in the third quarter.
For those just now tuning in, we want to thank you for joining us. My name is Kevin Emmons, hopping on in place of John Emmel, president of the West Jersey Football Coach Association, head coach at West Deptford High School in New Jersey. He was on for the first half, and we begin the third quarter here. IMG Academy out of Florida leading Bergen Catholic 7-0 with 11:50 left in the third quarter. IMG with the ball on their own 35.
Hawkins going to roll out here, going to look to his left, going to cock it and find nobody but sideline there. Incomplete pass from Ty Hawkins.
Hawkins, an SMU commit, previously played in San Antonio, Texas, and as we said, will be going to SMU, and scored the lone touchdown for the Ascenders in the first quarter, and that's been the only action so far scoring-wise. Been a pretty back-and-forth battle, some long, sustained drives, ending deep in territories, teams taking chances, going for it on fourth down, and this is what we have right now, an early season, low-scoring battle between two nationally ranked opponents.
Yeah, I mean, so it's just been a battle of whose defense can make more stops. So far, IMG's come up in that category as Hawkins going to look deep and have his man overthrown, intended for Donovan Ologbade. Ologbade, my apologies. The Mizzou commit, barely over his head. Third down and 10 now for IMG Academy. We're going to see what Coach Billy Miller, the South Jersey native out of Delran, New Jersey. Going to have trips to the right side for IMG. Going to have the play action. Hawkins going to have some pressure. Going to cock deep. He's got Ologbade deep. It is incomplete, overthrown. He had his man, Donovan Ologbade, but incomplete there. And now the punt unit will come on now for IMG Academy.
I mean, an unsuccessful deep shot there, but IMG has not been afraid to take chances so far.
Punt now is going to roll. It's going to have a huge IMG Academy roll. It's going to be dead at the Bergen Catholic 10-yard line. What a punt from Joseph Collins, the senior, doing the kicking and punting duties for IMG Academy.
Now let's see if Bergen Catholic can get something started here. Obviously, they forced a punt. Only a 36-second drive. They've been able to get deep into IMG Academy territory a couple times so far. Najee Calhoun's broke off a couple big runs. Let's see what they come out the half ready to do.
Yeah, back deep at their own 10-yard line. It's the great punt from Joseph Collins. As a little RPO action here from Campanelli, going to be short to his man. Going to be knocked out at right about the line of scrimmage. That is number 8. John Morris, the 6'4" senior tight end, on the little RPO action there. We're going to have a quick call to the bullpen here as Kevin Emmons' time on the mic tonight has been short-lived. He's been subbed out for Coach Emmel, who's fiending to get back on the headset here after the halftime presentation. Coach, what a great presentation there for the Touchdown Club Hall of Fame there. Quincy Porter there on the screen.
This could be a big play to the Ohio State commit, Quincy Porter.
Here goes Quincy Porter. He's got a man. He's got one more man to beat on the total screen. Quincy Porter is going to get, he's got a tackle. He broke the tackle. Quincy Porter's going to score. 90 yards on the tunnel screen. Quincy Porter, the Ohio State commit. And Bergen Catholic is right back in it after being stuffed all the first half by IMG Academy. Coach, there it is right there, the big play by Quincy Porter, the Ohio State commit, on the tunnel screen by Campanelli.
They've been trying to get him the ball. You know, Quincy Porter was a target many times, double move before the half, get him the tunnel screen into the wind, and Quincy Porter shows why he's going to Ohio State. He does the rest of the work, especially making that last breaking tackle on about the 20-yard line.
And the extra point is up and good. We are now tied with 10 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the third quarter as Bergen Catholic has finally found the offense they've been looking for there. That's huge. That was big.
We got a 7-7 game with 10:47 left in the third quarter. Bergen Catholic's got to be feeling pretty good. You know, they had a little jitters early, first game of the season. IMG playing back-to-back weeks, and now the second half might become a battle of attrition, and Bergen Catholic could end up with the advantage. That's a huge play to get a score into the win, 90 yards. You know, great possession for the Crusaders for a team that pretty much ran the ball successfully in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Najee Calhoun, if he didn't eclipse 100 yards in that half, he might be close. But right there, a little tunnel screen after the RPO right there, Quincy Porter shows off the speed and shows why he's going to Ohio State.
Yeah, one of the best wide receivers in the country. And Bergen Catholic 7-7. Huge opportunity here to knock off one of the best teams in the country in IMG.
Kick is going to go deep, and it is going to go out of bounds. So there will be a flag on the play. We'll see where they spot this one at.
Ball's going to go on the 35.
So we're going to get the IMG offense back on the field now after a two-play drive from Bergen Catholic, after the punter just pinned them on their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, you know, special teams. We talked about special teams. Bergen Catholic very easily could be winning this game. I mean, they went for 4th and 9, about the 14, instead of taking the field goal. Then they got the 56-yard field goal off the crossbar.
Right off the crossbar.
Off the crossbar right before the half. And now they start the second half with a huge 90-yard play from Quincy Porter, Ohio State commit. And IMG needs to move the ball here, if anything else, to take the pressure off their defense, who has been on the field a lot today.
Let's see what IMG's got here, see if they can respond. Handoff is going to go to Park, and he's going to get about 2. Oh, the ball is loose. Bergen Catholic says they have it. The ball is loose. The referees, the officials. Let's see what the officials say here after they gather.
It's so loud in here. I thought I heard a whistle, but.
And the officials are going to try and get together and make a ruling, and they're going to say.
This is a tough call. We got replay on this camera, Rod? No. Need the ESP replay. They're going to say second down.
They're going to say he was down. That was Tyson Park there with the rushing attempt.
I definitely think Bergen Catholic the defender was down on the recovery, got up and ran. Couldn't see if it was a clear fumble, but I thought I heard a whistle. But either way,
I did think he was down as well. I don't know if he was down, but I did hear. I'm pretty sure I did hear a whistle signaling. You know, the play was over.
2nd and 9 IMG, and we'll see if that Bergen Catholic pass rush can get going again.
Hawkins going to go deep. Has got his man Olugbode, but overthrown yet again. All night, Hawkins has just been ever so close to hitting that big play to his Mizzou commit there on the outside.
I can talk. I'm good. I'm live. Okay. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9. IMG with a huge play here early in the second half.
3rd and long now for the Ascenders. Hawkins going to drop back. Got pressure. Going to have his man Olugbode and dropped. Oh my. All night, it's just been a game of inches. Whether it's been incomplete passes, whether it's been overthrows, underthrows, or drops. You know, they've been so close to getting that big play, whether it's a first down, huge chunk play, possible touchdown. They've been so close all night.
IMG's been targeted number one most of the game. I mean, he's made some big catches. There was a huge play, 3rd and 9. Bergen Catholic get the ball back now with 9:57.
Collins with another great punt. The Bergen Catholic guy stumbling. Can the return team get down there? No, they cannot. So it will be a touchback as the coverage team tried to get that punt before it rolled into the end zone.
I love Bergen Catholic style of play. Devin, can we get mine out? No. 9:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Tough game here, 7-7. A battle. And we'll see what Bergen Catholic can do if they're going to go back to the ground attack behind the tight end wing.
First play from scrimmage now after the punt for Bergen Catholic. Going to have a little bit of motion over here
There you
for
go.
the wing.
You get the ends over front with it.
Hand off to Calhoun. Going to try and find a hole. And he is going to gain about maybe a yard, if that.
Bergen Catholic does a great job with the pin and pull buck sweep off the edge. Coach Camp, old wing T coach in the gun. And they've had a lot of success with that in the first half.
Now going to be 2nd and 9 for Bergen Catholic after the 1-yard gain from Najee Calhoun.
Bergen Catholic in the 10 personnel, 3 wideouts here, 4, sorry.
Campanelli going to drop back, has pressure, escapes out of the pocket. Houdini's in the house in the pocket, but only gets about back to the line of scrimmage. There was about the whole front 7 in the pocket when Campanelli was back there, and he somehow got out unscathed.
Yeah, he's been under a lot of pressure in this game, and if he took a sack there, I don't know. Wasn't much he could do. He somehow escaped, got it to 3rd and 10, which is semi-manageable.
We've got 3rd and 10 here again for Bergen Catholic. IMG defense trying to hold strong after the big play there last time around. Campanelli drops back and a cock to his left side. Got a man, Quincy Porter, short of the first down. Let's see where they mark him. He might have been down when he originally caught it, but it's going to be where he was tackled. So they lose about a yard after the catch.
Decision time again. Bergen Catholic did this earlier in the game and took the delay of game. It's 4th and 3. They're running on the punt team
Looks
late.
like the punt unit might be coming on here.
They're coming on, and when you substitute them late, IMG can't get really their punt return team on.
I know of a team that did that back in the 2014 AFC divisional round. Ran the punt team on late, and Pat McAfee, his face was on the bottom of the graphic there against the certain team with certain coach now in the house tonight. And now infamously known as one of the worst plays of all time in NFL history, where the wing came over and snapped it to one of the gunners. As now IMG Academy will take over as Bergen Catholic and IMG Academy are tied with 8 minutes and 2 seconds left.
We had Coach Belichick in the house.
That's what I was getting at there. Coach Belichick, the GOAT in multiple opinions of NFL coaching, was in the house.
I mean, I think he's the best. 8 Super Bowls.
6 rings?
8. 2 as the defensive
That's right.
coordinator
Yeah.
for the Giants.
Thank you. I'm a young gun. I'm still trying to learn my history there a little bit.
Hall of Fame defensive coordinator, Hall of Fame head coach after next year. Just changed the rule 1 year. He'll be in, no doubt about it.
Hawkins on the little RPO option motion there. They get about 5 yards on the gain. Bring up 2nd and 5 now for IMG Academy.
I think we got the clock working right, camera on the clock, but 7-7 with 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Been a real physical game. Tough in these conditions with the wind to throw the ball into what is already very tight windows.
Hawkins again on the keeper. Hawkins going to get him in. He's off the sideline.
He's gone.
There goes Ty Hawkins. Here he goes. 10-5. Touchdown, IMG Academy. SMU commit Ty Hawkins on the 44, in the 40, about 46-yard run. 51-yard run by, excuse me there. 51-yard touchdown run from Ty Hawkins, the SMU commit. And IMG Academy is right back in front.
So first drive of the game, Hawkins used his legs to get IMG on the board. Taking those downfield shots throughout the game, and now they go back to the bread and butter. Drops back, called quarterback draw.
Collins gets the extra point, and IMG Academy now leads 14-7 with 7 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third quarter. What a run from Ty Hawkins there for IMG Academy.
All right. I'm not sure what the penalty was, but some kind of echo. Bear with us here while we adjust the audio. Okay. I think we're good now.
Yep, we're good.
So 14-7 IMG on the huge quarterback draw by Hawkins. Okay, at the Battle of the Beach Football Classic Showcase Hall of Fame game. We inducted 5 members of the South Jersey football community during halftime. Frank Rigatano, head coach at Middle Township. Bill Fisher, head coach of Seneca, both of which retired after last season. Phil Anastasia, former Hall of Fame writer, covered the Philadelphia Eagles in the 80s and 90s and spent most of his time on the South Jersey Gridiron. Okay. Assistant coach Pat Gallagher from Williamstown. And Rich Sharpneck, former president of Touchdown Club, which kept that organization going for many years when it expanded from 16 schools to over 80. And just 5 guys that are deserving of the honor. And they were recognized during our halftime ceremony.
Great ceremony indeed, as Collins does a little bit of a trouble there with the return. And he had a hole, and he is knocked down hard. And a couple of guys
I think a big break there for Bergen Catholic because, you know, the All-American kicker from IMG is all of a sudden has to kick from the 25 instead of the 40. An automatic touchdown. I mean, they still limit the damage. Return only came out to the 36. So Bergen Catholic maybe to 37. Bergen Catholic will take over down 14-7. And what looked like a game where they had kind of taken over the momentum, now it's back with IMG, and Bergen Catholic needs a big drive.
Yeah, Ty Hawkins there at the 51-yard quarterback draw. And that put IMG back in the driver's seat as here comes a running play, courtesy of, looks like Dante King. Kevin Lane going to drop back and look to his left. Has got his man short of the first down. Maybe not. Quincy Porter fights for extra yards, and he gets the first down there for Bergen Catholic.
Oh, get batteries, buddy.
Run up the middle there from Calhoun or Keynes.
We're back there, had a technical difficulty, but 6 minutes left in the third quarter. We got 2nd and 10 Bergen Catholic into the heavy wind, 48-yard line coming out. What do you think of this IMG defense as the game's going on?
I think they've held steady in a lot of moments. I think just that the big play there with Porter, I think that's just kind of like a slip up. You know, a really good playmaker like Quincy Porter who shows off speed and athleticism. Once he gets in the open field, it's very hard for him to tackle. Whether it doesn't matter if you have FBS commits, you know, all the other guys like that, all the fancy things. You know, a guy like him, he's just hard to tackle in open space. So we got
You know, I think the IMG defense definitely has made some adjustments here in the second half. Even though they gave it the long screen pass to Quincy Porter, you see them being much more stout against the run. Switch some things up internally. And now the pressure has generated a penalty on the Bergen Catholic offensive line.
it seems like the gap responsibility's got a lot more discipline. As you know, the run plays have become a little bit more frequent.
It's hard to see from up here what's going on internally, but, you know, Bergen Catholic was coming in with those overload offensive fronts, tight end wing, heavy run to the outside. And IMG, okay, IMG has done a good job of shutting down the former Donovan Catholic
Running back.
who's now at Bergen Catholic, and had a big first half.
Calhoun, the 3-star running back, ranked by multiple outlets as a 3-star.
All right, 10 personnel for Bergen Catholic, 2x2. You're getting a mesh concept.
Screen, and they're gonna call it. They're gonna call that incomplete, or they're gonna say he was
They're
down.
going to say he was down when he caught the ball. Now they're waving off incomplete. The ball hit the ground. Good call, Chris.
So that'll bring up 3rd and long as we have another injury timeout. We're gonna take a quick little audio intermission here as we let the trainers tend to the injured IMG Academy player, as IMG Academy leads Bergen Catholic 14-7 with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
We're back after that injury timeout with 5:20 left in the 3rd quarter. 14-7 IMG as Bergen Catholic is faced with about a 3rd and 20 deep in their own territory. Well, inside their own 40.
Campanella going to drop back, got pressure in his face, and he's going to be, he gets out of it, but he gets sacked eventually, and that looks like number 88, the 4-star junior Jake Cruel with the sack. So that'll set up 4th and even longer now for Bergen Catholic. This is not really a situation where you would go for it. So bringing the punt unit on.
Now they're bringing out the punter into a heavy wind. IMG returner's pretty deep. I guess he's expecting a pretty good kick. but this could result in some pretty good field position for IMG.
Punt does get off. Gets across the 50. Gets a little bit of a bounce and roll. And it will be down at the IMG 41. No, 39. Beat the IMG 39. That'll set up shop now for the Ascenders.
Now they started the game with it, okay?
38.
Finished off the last drive with it. Are they going to go back to the quarterback Hawkins on the ground?
I think you have to. If you want to get on the board here, if you want to keep, pounding the rock and keep getting better field position, I think you have to let Hawkins make the plays with his legs.
The way the IMG defense has played here early in the third quarter, despite the big pass by Quincy Porter, you feel like they need a big stop here. And
There he goes again. And Hawkins is going to get maybe a yard at most after we saw the little orbit motion there and the quarterback keeper.
Yeah, Bergen Catholic wasn't surprised. I mean, they're thinking like we are. They're going to go back to the quarterback run game, orbit motion with a draw, and not much ground, but pretty good spot there.
If that's the case, bringing the motion, having the running back go out, if you run that play enough where they've ran it about maybe 3-4 times a night, that might open up a little swing pass in the orbit. That might open up a little, little leak out of the backfield from the running back. You think possibly maybe something that IMG could be setting up for later in the game?
Well, IMG's best two pass plays have been one down the field, slants, ins, posts, and the tailback out of the backfield, 27 most of the night. And, IMG, we talk about physicality. IMG with a pretty physical play there. It looked like the Bergen Catholic guy retaliated with a shove. My question is going to be offset and penalties. There's going to be 15 against Bergen Catholic. It happened on the IMG sideline, so I feel like it could go either way. And game's getting a little chippy, been very physical. I think it's been high quality. And some of the emotions there getting the best of the Bergen Catholic D-back.
Yes, that is number 22 on the carry, Trinard Roberts, the sophomore running back. Both sides are going to get a unsportsmanlike there.
So the home fans of IMG here in front of us are none too happy about the famous offsetting penalties, which don't amount to a whole lot. But obviously, if you commit two of those infractions throughout the game, can result in an ejection. I don't think we'll see anything like that today. But 10 personnel, 2x2 spread set for IMG.
Hawkins going to go and find his man Ologbade again. And finally, maybe that might be the play there that they're looking for. Trying to get him instead of the deep ball, maybe a little bit more short, medium routes there.
They've hit that curl. They've hit that curl sits concept, 7-8 yards from the sideline, down the field a few times tonight in big situations. And I think number one for IMG is the security blanket.
Oh, for sure. He has to be maybe either, teams look at me as him as like maybe their wide receiver one, because last week he only had a single catch for 31 yards, and that was a 31-yard touchdown catch. As Park is going to get maybe 2 to 3 yards there on that carry.
If you're asking me of the player to game for IMG so far, defensive side, it's got to be between Hawkins or number one, Ologbade.
On the offense, yeah.
Yeah, on the offensive side of the ball for IMG. But obviously, IMG plays such quality defense to hold a Bergen Catholic team to 7 points. I mean, you could pick your all-star.
Pretty much. Well, we have an injury timeout here. Coach, I want to talk about the next 2 days of the Battle of the Beach Football Classic. They'll be at Egg Harbor Township, kicking off tomorrow with Shalleck and Cedar Grove, a battle of two high-end Group 1 teams. Shalleck coming out of their own last year, and Cedar Grove coming from the north section, where they've been a sectional and state title contender for the past few years. So how excited are you guys to see the showcase, take somewhat of a break from the rest of Ocean City and then play at Egg Harbor Township this weekend?
Well, I'm not excited to have to move it out of Ocean City. I think Ocean City's been a great host every day so far, with the exception of a rain out. We got our PA mic back. It's been pretty quiet here in the booth. And that being said, I am excited about tomorrow's lineup. You can catch all 5 games on the D2 network.
Right here,
And
yep.
it starts off with Cedar Grove and Shalleck. Shalleck, a surprise 11-1 last year. Cedar Grove, perennial Group 1 contender in North Jersey, always in the sectional finals annually. I think both those teams will give us a great quality matchup. 2 teams that probably expect every year to contend for a New Jersey State title. Following that, we got Washington Township, one of the best teams in South Jersey 5, against Northern Highlands, Group 4 finalists against Millville a couple years ago when they won their state title. And, that's a tremendous game at 12. We have Middletown South from the Shore Conference going against Cherokee at 2:30. At 5 o'clock, we have Winslow. Winslow is the #1 team in South Jersey, according to the NewJersey.com rankings. And a lot of people think Winslow's one of the best teams, one of the best teams this year, led by Coach Bill Belton, does a tremendous job. They were in the state semifinals last year, only losing to the Mainland Mustangs. And, to cap it off tomorrow night, we have Holy Spirit in Millville. The Courier Post has Millville as the #1 team in South Jersey. They lost in the state quarterfinals last year to Mainland, who was the
Sectional final, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, state
Well,
quarterfinals.
that'd be state quarterfinal. Yeah, my fault.
They lost in the state quarterfinals, the sectional finals, 4 sections in New Jersey. And, they're a tremendous program. Won the state title in 2022, as I just mentioned, over Northern Highlands, and they're going to be taking on Holy Spirit.
I'm looking forward to that game tomorrow, especially the Winslow-Montclair game as well, as we're back in action here with IMG Academy and Bergen Catholic. Hawkins going to fake the little jet pass. He's got his man up the middle. He's got his man. There goes the freshman. Eric McFarland makes him in, miss, and he's in for the touchdown. Eric McFarland, the speedy freshman, shows off the wheels and finds the crib. IMG Academy extends their lead. Pending the extra point, they lead right now 20-7 with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Hawkins making the nice play. They gave him kind of a play action option, jet action, and he makes the tight throw. It was a low liner up the hash, and this IMG kicker, man, he's putting dents in the school building that's about 30 yards behind the end zone, and he makes the score 21.
No good.
Oh, no good.
Yeah, no good. So
kicked that one so hard he missed the glide left. But anyway, Hawkins with a tremendous throw there off the play action, and give credit to IMG. They're taking shots. They got the wind here to end the third quarter, and they've opened it up to 20-7. And now Bergen Catholic has to not only try to get out of this quarter with the heavy wind in their face, they have to try to generate some points as they find themselves down 13 points with a little over a quarter to go.
yeah, IMG Academy, they'll have no issue, handing the ball off, running the ball, draining clock there, as they have a 2-possession lead with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left in the third quarter.
Come up to the press box if you have the wing ticket. 237-966.
So we're going to see Collins send it back deep here. Kick is up and out of the end zone. So yet again, another touchback for Joseph Collins on the night. That'll set Bergen Catholic up at their own 20-yard line. And they'll take over with 2 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the third quarter.
Excited about tomorrow. We got the D2 Sports Network broadcasting our games, 5 quality matchups. I think everyone would agree that Glassboro is the favorite in Group 1. But as far as it goes, you have the Group 1 contender, you have Group 5 contenders, you have Group 4 contenders, you have some of the best programs from around the state in Northern Highlands and Middletown South. Just a tremendous lineup tomorrow. And those plays that were working in the first half off the edge are not working right now.
I think IMG Academy is definitely They fixed something at halftime. They had that halftime talk where we don't know what coach said, but he said something, and now they're sniffing out the plays, sniffing out the little outside zones, the counters, the powers, and such on the outside. And we are seeing Calhoun not get as many yards as he did before. But in regards to tomorrow, I'm very excited. Early day for me tomorrow. I'll be here every single game tomorrow, so everyone will have to hear me announce tomorrow. Another screen, and that one will be ruled. I guess they're going to rule it complete but short.
He's right. It was like 375, tell him, something like that.
Campanelli's going to drop back, look to his left. It is picked off again!
That was a heck of a catch. I think he got it.
It looks like they're going to give it to him, and they will.
They didn't give it to him. He caught it. I don't understand. Campanelli there was a little rushed. There's a minute left. The wind's in your face. I think Bergen Catholic's definitely trying to get out of this quarter. And just, a little miscommunication again. But IMG, the coverage is so tight, man. Like any type of overthrow, not only is it going to be hard to get a completion, but you're in danger of getting an interception like we saw again. I think second interception of the day.
That is,
IMG.
yes. That was right there. That was the Georgia commit, the junior Dominic Kelly with the interception.
That interception was by number 23, Dominic Kelly. IMG first down.
We're going to see different running back hop in the mix here for IMG Academy. It looks like number 26, Donovan Johnson, the Michigan commit. Going to get a carry there.
When you read off these names, you're talking about Michigan, Missouri, SMU.
The interception right there, Georgia commit, junior.
and on the Bergen Catholic side, Ohio State, and even Campanelli, FCS quarterback Holy Cross.
Yeah, they have Naeem Parrish came up earlier with a big stop going to Minnesota. They're playing tonight. They got UNC tonight.
We're under 40
Minnesota.
seconds here. Under 40 seconds in the third quarter. It's 20-7. Should be the last snap, depending on how it goes.
Hawkins going to fake to Johnson. He's going to hit his man. No, he's not. He had about two guys there deep, but it falls incomplete as the pass was intended for Adonis Moyes, the Kansas State commit. And this may be, if the ball is still going to be in play after the play, this might be the final play of the third quarter, which might send us into the final period of play.
Third down and 7 here for IMG. Threatening again inside the 30.
Hawkins dropping back. Going to step up. Going to fling it to Olagbode again. Going to get the first out and then some. Those two have been looking for each other all night long.
It's almost pick your poison for Bergen Catholic. Do a pretty good job of keeping Hawkins in the pocket for a little bit. They kind of flush him out. And there he is, Oles number 1 coming across the field. That's going to bring the third quarter to the end. IMG's up 20-7. And it's going to take a huge Bergen Catholic rally to get back in this as IMG's down, threatening again.
We're going to take a quick little audio break here as we transition into the fourth quarter. IMG Academy leads 20, Bergen Catholic 7 as we transition into the final period of regulation. Back here in the fourth quarter.
Got a penalty, possible penalty in the end zone here after IMG's first play. Pass interference on Bergen Catholic. I think that's the first PI of the day on either team. Been pretty tight coverage. Do we have one earlier?
I want to say it was offensive pass interference. It was first game today. That was second game today. That was
in this
Mainland
game.
and
I mean,
AC.
in this game.
Oh, in this game, yes.
Yeah, there was some PI in some other games.
Let's say we had an offensive pass interference earlier
That was
in the Atlantic City and Mainland game.
My game too had offensive pass interference.
Okay, so I remember. Okay, I do remember that then. Okay, so I was correct.
Charger here.
Did the 15? I got a 13.
All right, we got timeout IMG. It's first and goal from about the 4. And the IMG fans here that have stuck around, made the trek to Ocean City. Like we talked about, Coach Miller, IMG head coach, South Jersey native, vacations in Ocean City, has brought his team here in consecutive years. There's a lot of IMG fans who enjoy this trip out to the Jersey Shore. And I wonder what's going to happen next year, because we have a 2-year contract with Bergen Catholic and IMG, and we would love to do this again. And, at the same time, I really would love to get St. Joe's Prep and some other national teams in the mix. We had DeMatha Catholic up a few years ago.
First event they played Holy Spirit, yeah.
Yeah, the first year, and we try to make it a annual tradition of matching up, regional and national teams against some of the best teams we can find. Obviously, the number 1 team in New Jersey, Bergen Catholic, here against IMG.
Johnson on the motion. Here comes the quarterback keeper again. Hawkins, and he punches in for the touchdown. Ty Hawkins, 3rd rushing touchdown today, 4th overall.
At this point, I don't think it's any secret who is going to be the MVP for IMG. Hawkins, whether it's with his arm or his legs, he's getting it done, and he's taking over the second half. 2 touchdown runs, a huge throw on the play action to the freshman on the last possession, and now the IMG offense is rolling full steam ahead.
I think this is kind of separating, who's gassed, who's not. This is kind of like, we're the situation of who's going to show up, as IMG Academy leads 27-7 with 11 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And right now, your front runner for player of the game is the SMU commit, senior Ty Hawkins, who has done it all except throw the ball to himself tonight.
Do we got any other South Jersey scores in, and we want to go through?
Yeah, we got Coach Joe Frappoli Jr. got his first win tonight at Florence.
I'm looking through the gridiron. So we got Cherry Hill East with 38-0 over Clearview. Ooh, that's surprising. Florence 33-14, his first win. Coach Frapp Jr. taking over for Coach Frapp Sr. Overbrook with the 36-0 win over Buna. My buddy at Buna making his debut, and that's it. That's all we have on the radar. Mike McEwen, my secretary, co-founder of Battle of the Beach, calling me, and another into the win, another touchback for the IMG kicker.
He has yet to commit. He's a senior. He's yet to commit. I haven't seen him post any offers. I have seen South Florida had him for a visit, so I'm not sure what his recruitment looks like, but I'm pretty sure it must be pretty strong.
He's been impressive tonight. Tough conditions, obviously, for the kicking game, and I don't know if he handles the punting duties, but aside from one bad punt.
Yeah, he had the punt where they pinned him on their 10, and then Porter.
He's done a tremendous job with both the punts and the kickoffs.
Yeah, after that first punt, he kind of settled in, kind of got the jitters out of him a little bit, got the settled under the bright lights. As Kane going to take the handoff to the outside, and he's going to be stuffed after a gain of about maybe 2 yards. Now set up about 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7 for Bergen Catholic.
Who do we have next week on the docket for IMG?
That
national
I'm
program.
not
Last
sure.
week they're in Arizona. Today they're in New Jersey. We're here most of the week. Short week playing on Thursday night. As we head into the Labor Day holiday, I wonder who they play next week. And obviously, Bergen Catholic kicking off the weekend here in New Jersey. They play a tough national schedule week after week. But the Crusaders have been here before. They went down to Florida last year, lost to
Chaminade down there, 61-21.
Chaminade in a tough game. Chaminade was eventual Florida State champions. And, even though they fared much better tonight, I know they're disappointed. They're going to be disappointed. I'm not going to say it's over. They're going to be disappointed if they don't come away with a victory because that's just the expectation they have. And, I'm sure they're going to bounce back and have a tremendous season. Really impressed with a lot of players, especially number 6, who came over in the transfer portal, as we've said.
So IMG Academy is playing an official home game next week against Cocoa High School in Florida.
Cocoa Creek, Cocoa Beach.
Cocoa Creek, okay.
Yeah, they're elite.
Yeah, they are. It says it's listed as home, but I'm not sure if that's maybe like a neutral site somewhere down in Florida. As it's a non-conference game.
Even though Bergen Catholic's, on New Jersey turf, IMG technically is the home team today in a neutral site game where they're, 800 miles away. But tremendous program, Coach Miller and IMG. They get a lot of heat from different states. I think me as a South Jersey guy who came up from a small school and, we've seen some great guys go down there and do very well. I think as a coach, we want to put our players in the best situation. And if legitimately IMG is the best situation for them, then I'm all in favor of it.
Exactly.
Okay? I'm not that selfish that it's all about me and whatever I'm doing with the local community. So I don't have a problem with it. I think when it comes to Bergen Catholic, you have 2 programs that are getting the best guys. These are Power 5 guys across the board. Now, those 2 are probably competing for the same kind of player. The kind of player those guys have, I get once every 5 years at best. And that's fine by me. It's just a different style of ball. Really good screen set up here by the Bergen Catholic football team. Campanella it's been under a lot of pressure, man, in the second half.
Got a little double end around there on the screen.
Little end around, like a double screen. Fake the reverse to one side, set up the screen to the other. But I'm going to be honest, he's been on his back on every pass attempt. And the IMG D-line is just so fast. They're pinning their ears back. And Bergen Catholic's done a great job in the run game, I think. They've held their own. But, when you're 27-7 and this team's pinning their ears back and they're going for it, man. I get the Crusaders a lot of fight. They're not sending out the punt team. It's 27-7. And they're trying to fight to do everything they can to keep in the game.
Campanella's going to drop back. Got a guy on his right, and he holds on after the big hit.
That was a heck of a catch, heck of a route. Looked like a little 8 to 9 yard curl. And they stuck it in there, man, and that linebacker hit it.
That would be Quincy Porter on the catch.
I'll be surprised if Quincy Porter's not player of the game for Bergen Catholic.
Maybe Calhoun possibly after his first half as takes the handoff again there. Najee Calhoun sets up second and medium now for Bergen Catholic as they start in the up-tempo, no huddle. Is Calhoun again going to get a good gain, but they are going to mark him for the first down. So Calhoun picks up another first down tonight. A new set of downs now for Bergen Catholic as they trail 27-7 with 10 minutes and counting left in regulation.
All right, here we go. Bergen Catholic, little life, getting the ball out to midfield. 9 minutes left, and there you are, giving it to him again, man. And he runs with such physicality. They make the hit at about 5 yards. He falls forward, getting 7.
Despite being down 20 at this point, Calhoun is still just completely fighting for every single extra yard he can get, whether it's...
I've watched one half of football and watched a handful of teams play today. And if that young man isn't in the All-State conversation 3 months from now, I will be very surprised.
Calhoun again with another first down.
He has it. He has explosiveness. He gets yards after contact. He runs violent. Just evaluating both teams, he's one of the most impressive guys on the field, I think, tonight. I think the IMG fans are giving a round of applause for some guys. I don't know if they're giving a round of applause to the PA announcer who's back, or maybe guys going in for IMG that maybe otherwise don't get a chance to play.
Looks like
they have five. They have 5 full teams at IMG. This obviously is the national team, the highest level of football, top 10 in the country every week, and an opportunity for these parents to see them play, I'm sure, is special. They might only get a few games a year, aside from the ones that are just crazy loyal and travel around the country. But the Northeast fans, it's so hard to find a matchup for a team like IMG when you look at the schedule and you try to find a team that wants to come to Ocean City. You really circle everything from above New York to Washington, D.C., east of Ohio, and Bergen Catholic, St. Joe's Prep, the league in D.C. where you have Gonzaga and St. John's and DeMatha. That's about it. There's nobody in New York that can play with them guys, in my opinion.
Well, other than most of the guys in like that New York City area, a good amount of them are playing for Bergen Catholic.
They go to North Jersey schools, right?
Bosco, Bergen Catholic, St. Peter's.
St. Joe's Montvale is good.
St. Joe's Montvale.
They're predicted to be one of the best teams in the state this year.
They got arguably one of the best, if not the best, quarterback in New Jersey, and Lamar Best.
Selfishly, I'm disappointed we don't get to see Lamar Best play like we have the last 2 years, but definitely almost 50 total touchdowns last year, throwing and rushing. Lamar Best, one of the best. I wish him the best, and I'm sure he's going to continue to do great things. I'm sure he'll be missed at Willingboro, and Coach Kenny Scott taking over there. I'm sure he's going to do great things too.
Toss again there to Kane, and he does not go anywhere.
I'll tell you what's great, man, right? IMG playing some different guys, up 27-7. The crowd is into it because their kids are in the game. The sideline is into it because the guys that are normally on the field are now on the sideline cheering. And we always say, give those guys that are going in at the end of the game the same energy you want them to give you throughout the game.
As a coach, how does that establish chemistry for you guys? Say if you're in, this is not necessarily a blowout situation, but it's in a situation where you feel comfortable enough to have your guys that may not be getting the main run, in there producing. Campanelli going to find his man over the middle there, number 10.
I tell you what, I've been impressed by Campanelli. He was a little nervous early on, in my opinion, but he settled into the pocket, man. He's got some big, we call them war daddies. He got some big war daddies coming at him every play, and he's sitting in there and he's making good throws, man. He's tough. I don't know how big he is, but he's a tough football player. And if you're the quarterback at Bergen Catholic, you're a tough player. He's going up top. He got a shot here.
Overthrown
on the Quincy
there.
On the fade. I tell you what, them IMG D-backs, I don't care how big they are. Tight coverage, man, all night. Tight coverage.
Well, back to my point about what I was saying earlier. When the guys that get in that may not have, this is.
I always say to our guys, right? I told them this morning. I say always, but how hard you play, how hard you cheer. When other guys are making plays, is an indication of how much you love your teammates. So when you see the IMG bench cheering for these guys that maybe, don't play as much, or, they're or maybe they're, the guys that, they work their butt off all week. The guys on the sideline, they lift the same weights. They practice just as long. They commit to the team just as much. And they don't always get to shine. But that's what makes football the ultimate team game, and it's special. No one man can do it. It takes a team full of guys practicing, preparing together every week.
Campanelli going to get pressure, going to get hit as he throws, and it is incomplete.
I might draw a flag.
That will be roughing the passer, it looks like. That was Chuck Roberts, the sophomore, with the late hit there on Campanelli.
Head official Scott Campbell give another shout out. He's not going to miss that one. And for Bergen Catholic, tough team. You want to finish. You want to finish with everybody healthy, playing a team like IMG. I know Mike McEwen, our secretary, Bill Belichick, former head coach of the Patriots, and his contingents who was here earlier. They were all at the IMG practice the other day, and IMG's best receiver broke his hand or something in the practice. Had some type of issue that limited him today.
As I said, we haven't seen Raiden Vines Bright at all, the Washington commit.
Yeah, he got hurt the other day in the practice, so I don't know how serious it was, but either way, early in the season, whether it's a practice, whether it's a game like this, physical game, you want to keep everybody healthy. And Coach Camp, he's not going to be happy if his quarterback's on his back, especially late in the game where it's late hits, and so I hope for a clean finish. I want to see everybody finish healthy, and up to this point, it's been a pretty clean game. Wasn't a lot of penalties, but now it's getting fatigue set in, and it's getting a little sloppy.
What?
As we wind down in the fourth quarter, we got 5:40 and running. It's 27-7 IMG. And, what are some things that stand out for you, Chris, as we look back on this game?
I think the fact that a guy like Ty Hawkins, his dynamic ability is going to a conference like the ACC, where you had mobile running backs or not running backs, quarterbacks like a guy like Drake May last year, who clearly could throw it, has the arm strength, could read the defense, but also if you needed him to pick up the yards and run it, you could run your quarterback counters, your powers, your draws, your reads, all that. And I think that obviously it might be a far reach to compare him to the guy who's just drafted number 3 overall this past April, but there's just another playmaker like Ty Hawkins headed to an already loaded conference like the ACC. I think SMU's got a very good commit coming in, especially his favorite target tonight, Donovan Olagbode, going to Mizzou. Coach Drinkowitz over at Mizzou is building a very special program, and they're getting a very dynamic and very athletic player in Donovan Olagbode.
I thought the quarterback for IMG, obviously taking over this year for a guy, I think last year's quarterback ended up in Cincinnati, or he was committed.
So.
He was committed to Liberty. I'm doing all the stuff
Liberty,
for.
yeah.
I'm doing all the stuff for. Remember, here's touchdown there.
Touchdown from Campanelli.
Back judge Ron Roberts, 1AA finalist referee, makes the call. Had the guy open. Campanelli finds him from the post. And Parati with the touchdown.
The senior Anthony Parati with the wide open touchdown there.
I think the quarterback for IMG, the guy that played tonight, showed tremendous, being able to run past his game, just versatility. That's the word I'm looking for. And having not seen IMG play, I didn't watch them last week. I watched them last year. Very familiar with their team last year. And, I think their quarterback and their offense was very impressive tonight. In these conditions, being able to throw the ball into the wind. And the quarterback for them, he threw for over 100 yards. He definitely rushed for over 100 yards, including the 60-yarder we saw early here in the second half. And I just think IMG able to answer the bell. I mean, it was 7-7. And you can make a case that Bergen Catholic outplayed them for a huge portion.
At some point, yeah, they did.
For a huge portion of this game in terms of yardage, in terms of field position. And then IMG, man, they just kick it to another level. Three straight touchdown drives. And Hawkins, he was the catalyst. He made it happen. So, and for the Crusaders, I think, man, they're big and physical up front. They can run the ball. This is the most I've seen a team run the ball in IMG, St. Joe's Prep last year. Hard to run the ball on those big guys they got on the D-line.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Bergen Catholic is, obviously no pushover. But You know, they're
Now
it's gonna be a
you're
tough
talking
week.
about you're talking about two top 25 teams in the country.
Exactly.
IMG is a top 10 team,
Yeah.
and Bergen Catholic is a top 25 team.
The hands team is Alagbode,
And you know what it is? It's
Grabson,
almost
Hopson,
like
and
watching. Nothing wrong with this. It's almost like watching IMG's an SEC team, and they're playing, a team from the old Pac-10 or the Big 12 or, the ACC, and just the depth of them, and the size and the speed. There's a slight noticeable difference even going against a team like Bergen Catholic. That's how good they are, man. Both these teams are great teams. They're well coached.
yeah, as the SEC. You know, a lot of them say in the SEC. It just means more
Well, I think it means more is one thing, but they have talent. They have
talent as
depth,
well.
man.
The pool that they
Money
are able to
buys
draw
talent.
from. Yeah.
They spend a lot of money on their football programs.
I mean,
And
they're
I'm not
the most
talking about
expensive
paying
school in the
players.
state to the
I'm-
country to
I'm
attend.
talking about like investing in their
The facilities, yeah.
and the recruitment classes. And anybody that's had a kid go through the recruitment process, I got 2 kids in college. I've sent a dozen kids to play college football. So I know how special it is to take a visit somewhere and to be able to bring in the kind of kids they have on a week by week basis and just the money they spend recruiting. It's like if you aim for all these Power 5 kids and you get a small chunk of them, you get a great class. And these IMG kids and the Bergen Catholic kids are going to these schools. And, I just think, you have 2 tremendous high school football programs out here today.
Yeah, I mean, we clearly saw it. You know, before IMG kind of separated themselves a little bit as Park, second time today, he's had trouble with a little swing pass out of the backfield.
How big is Park?
Park is listed at number 27, listed at 5'8", 190.
So IMG has a running back, 5'8", 190, running behind an offensive line.
It includes
That's
guys that are
6'5",
6'6", 6'6",
and
6'7".
How big is Hawkins? 6
Hawkins
foot.
listed at 6'1", 195.
If that says 6'1", 195, just being an old high school coach, I'm assuming he's 5'11" and 3/4 on a good day. I mean, that's just how we do
generous
it.
for the college coaches.
6 foot is, we give the guys that are 5'10" and a half 6 foot. So 6 foot with the helmet, we say.
Measure him in the cleats.
And, IMG here, man, 3rd and 3, still keeping the offensive pedal to the metal.
Swing pass again. There's Park. He made up for it. And he gets the big chunk play. Grabs the first down.
I don't know where some of these names came from when I was coming up, man. It's just like we called that old swing pass or flare. But, now they call that mesh rail. So they got the mesh concept with the wideouts. They line up tight splits, and they're running mesh. And now the running back's railing. He's getting on his wheel. And, we're under 3 minutes, 27-14. The Bergen Catholic defense is, put up a good fight, but the IMG quarterback and the IMG explosiveness, just too much here in the second half.
You see the IMG offense with a little bunch formation to the right there.
Man, they're
There's
going
that
to it
keeper.
again.
Smart play there to kind of deceive the defense. He knew he was still behind the line of scrimmage. So once he saw he was still behind the line of scrimmage, he looked up and kind of pump fake with the ball a little bit, kind of to say, hey, look, I'm still behind the line of scrimmage. I can still throw the ball here.
The job never ends, man. We'll be back at it tomorrow, bright and early, 9:30. Catch us all on the D2 Network. 5 games tomorrow. Kicking off with Cedar Grove out of North Jersey, coming down to play the Shalleck Cougars from Arthur P. Shalleck High School, led by my esteemed colleague, Mr. Mike Wilson. Did a tremendous job last year, Mike, if you're listening. IMG, man, in the spread set. Throwing the old quick screen, and they got all blockers.
That one is coming back. Maybe a block in the back, or maybe a hold on the offensive line.
I think it's that point in time, even if you're the officials, right? And I'm not saying the officials do this, but they see you throwing. It's 27-14. It's like the old, man, run the ball, coach. Let's get out of here. It's
Yeah.
9:51, and 9:51 Eastern time, and it's been a long day for all of us. I'm sure these guys, man, these officials do a tremendous job. They're not perfect, just like we're not as coaches, and the players are not perfect either. But they've probably been amped up all day. This is like the Super Bowl for them, and they called a good game, man. I didn't see anything too controversial. They let the guys play. They controlled the game, and shout out to Scott Campbell and his
Looks
crew.
like we're gonna see the backups come in now. As
The backups at IMG are the #1 team you see all year. So, but they definitely look like younger guys, right? Look like younger guys. The wideouts are a little smaller.
it looks like number
Quarterback looks like he's an FBS kid. He's put together. He's drop back and run the
7.
draw. Oh my gosh.
They got
7, Lamar Jackson. I mean, that's what he looked like. Comes in the
7.
game, drops back, takes off, almost goes 50 yards for a
Jaden
touchdown.
Wade, the freshman.
I wish it, IMG, we need like the location of where they're from. It's like a college team.
Yeah.
It's like Wade out of Macon, Georgia, or like Birmingham, Alabama, or Biola Battery, Alabama, or something. But 3rd and 13, we got a minute left, 27-14. I'd like to thank you guys. Tomorrow you can subscribe. It's one game at a time, right? Give you a shout out for tomorrow. How we working the system for tomorrow? It's a day pass.
Once you log in, you'll have access to all of them.
And you can buy each game, or it's one day, all the games?
Whole day pass.
It's one day. The day pass is how much, Rod? Okay. We got Rod here, man, CEO of the D2 Network. They're doing a tremendous job the last couple of years, really expanding their brand and the coverage of South Jersey athletics, football included. And, so $5.99 for the entire day. We got some unbelievable games, man. Cedar Grove, Northern Highlands, Middletown South coming down here to the West Jersey Football League to play some of our best teams. Capped off tomorrow night by Holy Spirit and Millville. Top 5 matchup, 2 of the best teams in South Jersey. Thank you guys for having us. Thanks for following the Battle Beach Football Classic, and I wish everybody the best.
Coach, thank you for joining me today. Thank you for having a great event. Had a great time tonight. We're going to wrap this one up as IMG Academy will win their 2nd game in a row at Battle at the Beach, this time by a final score of 27-14. I'm going to hand it over to Rod real quick to sign us out for the night.
Yes, if anybody is logging in tomorrow, once you log in, please remember your login information. Once you log in, you just click on the description of the video. You don't have to click on the $ anymore. Once you click on the $, it keeps thinking that you're trying to pay it. Click on the description of the game, and it pops right up. I had some other people offline that were doing it. They were able to get in. Thank you guys for working with us through us getting set up early. Tomorrow we will be there set up bright and early in the morning, so everything will be up and running as soon as possible. Thank you guys, and have a good night.